top 10 best anime fights of summer 2023. Off the bat, they throwing them bitches. No intro, no nothing. Just throwing their hands. Oh my goodness. Stanley dodged that shit backwards. I was gonna get knocked the fuck out. Jeez. This is well animated too.
This summer,
it's a
a lot of
2v1.
epic, and in this video, we'll be showcasing some of the best fights in the summer anime list so far. Prepare to be amazed as we dive into the epic showdown between characters in their respective verses.
Rebooted? What the world? Dang. Yep, he's dead after that one.
If you're a fan of classic anime, then you'll surely recognize this one. We have Rurouni Kenshin Himura versus Jine. We all know who Kenshin Himura is, but Jine might be someone who you don't remember at all. He's an assassin, and the fight between him and Kenshin is a great opening for this video. At this moment, Kenshin uses Bato Jutsu, and we all knew Jine was done for. The speed at which Kenshin pulled out his blade, the slow motion movement as the blade was about to reach Jine, and the way Jine reacted were absolutely satisfying to watch. Jine even thought he would win, but just like that, Kenshin pulled out a double Bato Jutsu using the sheath of his sword.
Nah, getting stopped by a sheath of a blade is kind of crazy, you know, but I mean, you just got embarrassed right there.
The remake did an amazing job of making the animation fit the modern era while still retaining that classic feel. Even before that Bato Jutsu attack, if Kenshin did...
Imagine staring down your opponent like this, bro, like, you know you're about to die!
...have a reverse blade sword, then Jine would have been defeated right on the spot. This fight just showed just how far the difference between Kenshin and Jine's skills are.
Nah, he blocked the shit with the bag and told you to die?
Moving on, we have Buddha versus Harjun in Record of Ragnarok.
I have not seen this at all. I haven't even heard of this anime before. If y'all watch, I'll let you know if it's fire.
Initially, Buddha was supposed to fight Zerofuku, the god of misfortune.
What that nigga built like that, bro? What the fuck? This nigga got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
M's in my bank account.
And 2 big old 10 packs on his chest.
It's also the fusion of the 7 lucky gods being their original form before splitting up in the past. In a twisted turn of events, Zerofuku becomes a vessel for the demon king of the 6th heaven Harjun and disappears completely. While Buddha was pushed into a corner, a silver lining appeared for him and gave him a fighting chance. Buddha was able to achieve enlightenment along with Zerofuku's soul. He was able to use Volunda to create his ultimate weapon.
Whoa, hold on, that shit kind of sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he might be him. I never seen a weapon built like that, you know. So he gotta go crazy with it, right? Gotta go crazy with it.
Great Nirvana Sword Zero and unleashes a downward slash with tremendous force. This attack was capable of cutting Harjun's body into pieces.
Let's get it. Damn, that slice was clean. Crackle thunder. Is this nigga fighting a fish? What the fuck? He's fighting
Moving
a fish.
On, we have one of the craziest...
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Before we even get into this one, I don't think this one gonna be in the top 10, you feel me? I don't know if I'm sleeping. He's a fish. That's a shark, bruh. There's no way it's gonna be top 10 of 2023,
bruh. Fight scenes in any anime this summer 2023. Akira versus the walking shark zombie in Zom 100. What made this utterly ridiculous was that nobody expected a shark to grow legs after it turned into a zombie. Well, it didn't exactly grow legs, but aside from that, it's still worthy of this list. Akira's entrance, the camera angles while he was fighting the monster, all the way to his crackle thunder punch. It looked like this wasn't a zombie anime, but it was like a scene straight out of My Hero Academia. It's rare to see this kind of animation quality, much less eye-catching impact frames in this genre, which was the reason Zom 100 took the anime world by storm. We might have expected to see the shark explode, but it ended even better seeing as how funny it was to see a bunch of zombie legs moving around after the shark turned upside down. Overall, the zombie shark punch may probably be a fight you didn't even think about encountering in this top 10.
I really didn't. A shark? No, I wouldn't think about that. Okay. Nigga just flipped over.
Next up is one of the most anticipated fights this summer. Yujiro Hanuma versus Baki.
Hey, I know this shit about to be lit, bro. You know this shit about to be lit. It's Baki. Uh-oh.
Finally, the moment every Baki fan has ever dreamed of. The ultimate battle between father and son to decide who's the strongest has finally happened. After years of training and practice, Baki Hanma feels ready to challenge his father to the fight that will keep the entire verse on edge. Countless matches, countless fights, countless injuries, and countless powerful enemies prepared Yujiro Hanma's son for this ultimate moment. Since what began in the first series continued 3 further series, the Baki Hanma conclusion is one that's worth anticipating. Baki's goal of competing fighting against his father to become the strongest man alive served as the driving force behind all of his efforts and ultimately came true as he attained the pinnacle of his performance. Baki has significantly improved in terms of speed, reflexes, technique, and agility during the past 2 episodes. Baki loses the fight figuratively, meeting the same demise as his mother, but the young fighter pulls through and lives to fight another day. The series doesn't come to a close with a fight. It focuses a lot on the father-son bond that it aims to strengthen and repair. Given Yujiro's attitude, it's difficult to persuade him to recognize Baki for his fortitude, endurance, adaptability, and most importantly, his kid, who steals the show by symbolically cooking for Baki and resigning the title. Yujiro finally acknowledges his son. He now announces to the world that Baki is the new strongest creature walking the earth, while in turn, Baki confirms that his father was the winner of the fight.
Damn. The greatest father-son in history. W. Uh-oh, Kenpachi on the screen, and everybody get real, everybody get lit. And Kenpachi fight the W, but Kenpachi versus
Next on the list is Captain Zaraki Genpachi versus the visionary Gremmy. With the power to make everything you imagine become reality, you'd think you're the strongest there is. I mean, to be completely honest, that's an insanely strong ability, overpowered even. You could just imagine your opponent to cease existing and the fight's over. That ability won't defeat Genpachi easily. That guy is just him, and no one can take that away. Being a monster that defies anything and everything.
Like, imagine seeing this eye patch nigga coming at you, bruh. Look at this nigga, bruh. If I was ever fighting this nigga, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. If he even walks near me, I'm getting up out of there, bruh. I'm not fighting this. Like, I'm surprised Grimmy. I know Grimmy's strong, but I'm surprised he has the balls to fight this nigga. Look at him.
Anything and everything. He demonstrates just why he's the strongest in the entirety of Soul Society. Through sheer strength alone, Kenpachi over and over again stopped and countered whatever Gremmy imagined, obliterating a meteor with a single strike, withstanding a barrage of bullets and missiles, and finally cutting Gremmy despite being stuck in space. Since the battle began, Gremmy never stood a speck of a chance against Zaraki. With the captain's display of overwhelming power, Gremmy was left with no choice but to imagine himself becoming stronger than Zaraki. Instead of defeating Zaraki, he defeated himself in the process. As Gremmy managed to imagine himself being as strong as Genpachi, he didn't realize that his body couldn't handle it. Ultimately,
bro, imagine being so strong that your opponent has to imagine being stronger than you just for your body to log out, bro. He says, no, I can't do this anymore, and just dies. That's him activity. I know that's him activity.
To his defeat, the last image he saw as he was falling to his death was Zaraki looking down on him. The animation and conclusion of the story was so satisfying, we just had to add this one to the list.
It was beautiful. That was damn, and just ended him right there. His corpse and all.
Up next, we have the entire fight between the Sorcerer Killer and the strongest sorcerer in Jujutsu Kaisen history. This fight had 2 rounds and ended with a 1-1 score, but we all know how things turned out for real. In their first fight, Toji overwhelmed Gojo in both speed and smarts to the point where Gojo got absolutely decimated. Now, that shocked fans, especially Gojo simps out there, seeing as in Season 1, Gojo was portrayed as untouchable, and he even said that he could win against Sukuna. But who knew that there was someone that was able to not only injure him, but stab him in every vital point known to man? Oh, God! In round 2, that's when Gojo made one of the best comebacks in all of anime.
And niggas spit the blood. Niggas said, hold on, let me get my salty run back real quick.
Basically resurrected himself using the reverse curse technique and went on to become a maniac. This round was just as hype as the first time they faced off, but Gojo unleashed a secret technique that blew a hole through Toji and beyond. The animation was godly, and even though there were some differences from the manga, the studio managed to...
Did that nigga just say manga? Nigga, that's a fruit. Nigga said they're from the manga.
Capture the impact and emotions that made the fight very memorable.
What anime is this? Fate.
Now we're in with one of the heavy hitters with Fate, Strange Fake Whispers of Dawn, Gilgamesh versus Enkidu. No doubt this scene by far is the best animated one amongst everything on this list. I couldn't stop watching it over and over again. The animation was a true masterpiece. I was still in awe of watching it for the 10th time while making this list. 10? The visual effects were on another level, but the story is something you shouldn't overlook just because the animation was superb.
Oh my
Gilgamesh
gosh,
and Enkidu are revered as monsters in their verse, and in terms of combat strength, Enkidu is equal to Gilgamesh, even though they have the power to transform all creations. Gilgamesh and Enkidu share a bond of friendship, and what better way to greet each other in their reunion than to go all out. Ultimately, the encounter ended in a draw since Enkidu felt a curse of death, Enkidu's natural enemy. Before Gilgamesh left, he gave his best friend one final attack that lit up a part of the world visible from outer space. The depth, animation, and visual effects of this scene will certainly put other anime to shame, and that's why this is one of the best fights in the 2023 summer anime list.
Oh my goodness! Imagine doing that mid-fight. Oh, it's the fight we saw at the beginning, and that it was lit.
From one well-animated fight scene to another, we have Fog Hill of 5 elements, Yixuan and Jinxuan versus Shanchu. In this fight, Xuan and Jing face off against Shanchu, who just achieved his final form, making him stronger than he was before. In this 2 versus 1 battle, Shanchu was trading blows against the duo and eventually dominated them, proving that in this form, his strength couldn't be matched by anyone. Caught in a tight spot, Jinxuan was in a lot of trouble as Shanchu was about to finish him off with a devastating move, but luckily, Yixuan stepped in and tanked the upcoming attack. Enraged by this, Yixuan transformed into a being that far surpasses Shanchu's imagination. From here on out, the animation looked like a Chinese classic painting. The animation before Yixuan's rage mode was already a masterpiece, but this takes the cake by far. The choreography and visual effects of the scene will give you goosebumps every time you remember it in your mind. Fog Hill of 5 Elements has always been renowned for its great animation, but this one takes it a step further.
Nah, that's really weird, bro. I might gotta watch that, cause goddamn, what the? Yeah, he's dead after that. I ain't gonna lie, he did not survive. Damn, cut that nigga sword. And kicked you in the mouth.
Last but not least, we have an entry from one of the most underrated animes of all time, Blades of the Guardian. Team Daoma versus Team He Yixuan. Daoma was outmanned and surrounded by He Yixuan and his killers, but their advantage didn't last long because Daoma's companions arrived and took them by surprise. In both spring and summer 2023, Blade of the Guardians has given us some of the best fight scenes in anime, and this one is no exception. It might take you some time to get used to Chinese voice acting, but once you do, it's definitely worth the watch. The animation in this scene was superb, and each of the characters' entrances was just awesome to look at. Ayuya's line was stone cold right after she put an arrow through one of them. Daoma even used one of He Yixuan's allies as a human shield. It was brutal, cinematic, dynamic.
Nah, if I ever got used as a human shield, I honestly have to. I'm basically dead at that point, right? So I mean, I deserved it, bro.
And showed just how strong Daoma and his companions really are. It'll exceed your expectations and get you hooked on the series.
Damn! Hey, that's your mom, man. I'm sorry, but damn, that bitch just sliced the fuck out of that bitch, man. Man, she's gone. She's definitely gone. Oh, I knew the ball was going on, so I was like, where's it at, bro? Number 1. This fight was top tier, bro.
We all knew this was coming. We have Gear 5 Luffy versus Kaido up next. Luffy versus Kaido was probably one of the best fights we've had in One Piece, and the emphasis on fights there because it took Luffy 3 whole tries just to defeat Kaido. And this last one took the entire anime world by storm.
Nigga had too many salty running back. Nigga said 1, 2, third time to get your ass though.
Not only did we get to see the pinnacle of Luffy's strength, which is his Devil Fruit Awakening, but we also saw how overpowered cartoon characters really are. Gear 5 basically turns anything Luffy touches into a Looney Tunes scene, and Luffy himself is impossible. However, even with his power-up, Kaido was proving to be stronger than anyone thought. From Luffy using him as a jumping rope to Luffy grabbing...
Bro, if someone ever used me as a jumping rope, bro, I wouldn't know what to do. I would just stop fighting. The way these characters get disrespected, sometimes I would just be like, all right, I'm done. I would save my own life, because if a nigga used me as a jump rope, bro, nigga, you won, but you won already, bro. I don't want to fight you no more, bro.
Literal lightning bolts and throwing them at him, and him finally using his gigantic attack, Bajrang Gun. The Straw Hat Captain made it one of the most unique boss fights in anime history. We didn't get to see it finished in one move, but that's why it was amazing to watch. We got to see Kaido truly live up to his name as the strongest creature, while at the same time, Luffy became a literal god. Their fight spanned entire episodes, and we aren't complaining one bit. Everything was perfect. From the different animations, the sound effects, and up to the moment where Bajrang Gun finished Kaido off, this fight cemented itself as a legendary moment in anime.
It was great, man. It was great, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the list, man. The list,
that's about it.
Tough. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the list, man. I love y'all, man. I'm gone.